Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is a Pandahall collaboration video, but in this video I am going to be sharing with you guys the way I make my shaker embellishments. So if you are new to paper crafting and you have always wondered how to make shakers, this video will definitely help you and it's going to give you some tips to remember. So from Pandahall, I have grabbed this large roll here. It's I think it's like 2mm foam, and this is so great. So I have been using this to cut out some shadow word pieces. I have also used this to cut out the shaker frames, but let me show you what it looks like. So it's like this, and it's a really nice dense foam sheet that has adhesive backing. Absolutely wonderful product. So you just have to cut it according to the size you need. Another one I grabbed is this one here. This is just amazing. This has double-sided adhesives on the really good quality dense foam. Can you see? I have also used this and I'm going to share with you guys how to make your shakers. So first off, let me start off by showing you this piece here. This is the black adhesive foam sheet that I used to put my words on here, word cutting die. And then I die cut it and it just comes off like a sticker. Then I made these. So I have this one here. This one says thinking of you. See how dimensional it gets? It's really pretty. And then it says twisted tidings. If you are wondering where these shadow words came from, they're from the Scrap Diva Designs Voodoo Doll add-on words. And I really love it so much because of all of the stitch details you get in the background as well. And the font style is just so fitting for Halloween. Then I have also made a love spell one as well using the same foam. Can you see? It is just really easy and fun way to make your shadow words. It'll cut down your time in crafting because you don't have to be agonizing to glue all of these tiny word pieces. You have an instant sticker by using the foam sheet. Okay, next one I'm going to show you is the foam. So see this one here? I have been using my KS Craft cutting dies. I've been using the Heart Award ribbon, the apple cider shaker, and the lunch pail. And let me show you some of them. So this is the cider bottle. So I am calling it the potion bottle or magic spell bottle. And this is where I got to add my love spell on here. And there's my shaker. It says Ghoul's Love Spell. Okay, I have another example here where I use the black foam. So you can use the black foam as well, but it's just that the black foam is not double-sided adhesive. So you do have to add glue to the top part before you to glue on your top frame acetate piece. Okay, so you can do it in many different ways. So this is my black foam one, and this is my white foam one I did. So the black foam one, it actually is a little bit thicker. So the black foam might be 3mm and this one might have been 2mm. But because when you're die cutting, it does cut it down, squash it down tiny bit. So those are my examples. Then for my lunch pail, I made it like this one here using the black foam. And it says Treat Boo. So I married it with this one here, which is the Heart Award ribbon. So when you cut it out, it looks like this. You don't have to double layer your fishtail piece here, but I double layered it because I love the look of layering. So it looks like this. And then I also did use the Halloween banner words from KS Craft. And it's got ghost on there. So decorated it with two different cute ghosties. So fun. Okay, then I have another one with the Heart Award ribbon that says Scary. Can you see? And it's got potion bottles in the background. So fun. So let me show you guys how to make your shaker embellishments without being too frustrated. So using your cutting die, you would cut out the piece accordingly because I like to cut my piece down. If I'm only cutting this one, I'd like to cut it down so that I'm not really ruining the other side as well. So I cut it down and then I put the die on it and take it through the cutting machine. And this is what you get, right? So you have an instant sticker piece. You also would be cutting your base piece, right? So what you do is you're not going to be, you have to remember that you need to turn this to the back, and then this is what you do. You know you're not going to be needing the middle part, but don't punch it out yet, and don't punch it out of the whole foam sheet yet, because this is going to help you maintain the shape without stretching it, okay? And the reason why I really, really love adhesive sheet foam is that you can do this. You just take off the frame part like this. Ta-da! Then this is the top part of your cutting piece, right? So you're going to turn this around just like you turn the foam around. So it's like this, then you turn it around. Then you're going to match this onto here. You already have a shape that's on there. So what you need to do is carefully match it like a puzzle piece, okay? So you put it on your foam like this. Because I'm trying to do it on the video. I can't really see correctly. Okay, I'm going to have to lift it up closer to me. Okay, so then you push it, okay? And guess what? Now is the time to get it off your foam like this, okay? All right. Then, of course, you can punch this bit out because you don't need that part there. And because this is a double-sided foam sheet, I can actually cut these into little bits to add dimension for my embellishment layering because it's already got sticky bits on both sides. This will be so good to just keep, okay? Don't throw away your negative. Now, this one here, now you take this middle bit out, okay? Like this, all right? Then you are going to include your shaker bits. So I am going to do this. Now I'm gonna do couples so that you guys remember what to do. Oh my goodness, I'm like flickering it everywhere. But that's okay. It's totally okay. All right, and I think I want to add some of this eyeball piece. So I'm just going to add a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to close this because you don't want your sequin going everywhere. Then you have to sort of flatten it a bit. And if you think you put too much, you can just take some out. But this will be just fine. So now what you do is, so you need to now have your acetate prepared. Now, I also didn't prepare this part off camera because I wanted to show you. When you cut your acetate, sometimes it does cut directly, but sometimes you do have to sort of use your scissors to fussy cut around it. Now, would you be fussy cutting around this handle bit? No, because that bit is where the sequin doesn't need to go, okay? So what I do is I just cut it around like this. I disregard the handle part because you don't need it, okay? That's another thing I'd really wanted to share with you guys. And honestly, you don't need this top part as well, but if you've got it cut, you can, of course, use it. So you don't even have to cut the top part perfectly because that's not where your sequin's gonna go. And because somebody did ask me on my comment section about making shakers, whether you have to fussy cut yourself or you can do it other way, depending on the thickness of your acetate. So this is a really good quality acetate I also got from Pandahall. And it's not too thick, but it is quite really good quality, not flimsy at all. So sometimes, depending on the cutting die I'm using, I do have to fussy cut around the embossed lines, which makes it easier for me. Okay, so with this one, what I do is I like to add glue to my frame first. Okay, I like to add glue to my frame first. Like this. And then add my piece on there. Like this. And I carefully go around it. Okay. And what I like to do is let this dry a bit. Okay. And what I also do to let that really go on there is put some heavy paperweight on it like this. So we're going to leave that to the side. I have another example I want to show you with the thermos, the lunch pail. So I cut out the base. I cut out the frame. I have already attached the acetate on there. So then I also use the frame die to cut it with this double-sided adhesive sheet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do the same thing. Grab the frame, peel the frame part only first, okay? Like this. Then I am going to turn this around like this and match it. Okay, match. Am I matching it well? Let me see. Okay, then you push it down. Okay, push it down to the foam to stick, foam in the paper to stick. Okay, now you can punch it out. Okay, ta-da! Then you can take this bit off because you don't need this bit, of course. But don't throw it away. I'm going to keep all of these. Then, you guys, you can take this middle bit off. Now, the middle bit comes off easily because we only took off the frame part of the backing. See? And don't chuck this out. Can you imagine using this for your other projects? Keep it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is add sequin in here. So let's see. I might actually use some of this. Okay. So let's do some black and white polka dot stuff. And I'm going to add some green because I've got green glitter cardstock frame happening. So with the shaker, try not to add too much. If you add too much, you just have to take some off, okay? Because you still want to be able to see the images that you captured, because I really love capturing my images from the cut apart piece. So I try not to put too much. Now you can carefully take this bit off like this. Of course, you can take this bit off before you put the sequin in, but I just do it this way. Okay, now what you're going to do is make sure that you're lining this up well. Now for me, I think I would start off with the handle part because I know that has to be right. And because I'm doing this on camera, I don't know if I'm going to get it perfectly right for you guys, but I'll try my best. Okay, is it on? And then you push it down, okay? That's how you make your shaker embellishment without being too frustrated. If you just use a foam without the adhesive backing, you do have to have really good glue. You need to invest in a really good paper crafting glue so that it doesn't come off, okay? I really love using adhesive foam sheet, and Pandahall has them. I absolutely love it so much. See? Oh, love it. Okay, so now this one is probably done. So what I can do is I can peel this off. Right, and then add this piece on top, and looks like I didn't line that one perfectly, but it's okay. you can use your top layering piece to line it up nicely. Hopefully I am, because it's not like right in front of me. It's a bit difficult. Okay, so there it is. So I've given you another example. So thank you so much everybody for being here, and I hope I have helped you guys be able to make your shaker embellishments a little more easier and a lot less frustration. Thank you so much everybody. I hope you all have a go at this, and make sure you guys use my discount code when you're shopping at Pandahall. Thank you so much. Bye for now.